In a cozy den tucked beneath the roots of an ancient oak, lived Fiona the Fox, known throughout Whispering Woods for her quick wit. Fiona the Fox had fur like a fiery sunset and a tail as bushy as a winter cloud. Every creature in Whispering Woods knew Fiona the Fox was clever. Fiona the Fox could solve any puzzle and outsmart any tricky situation. One morning, a great commotion arose near the rippling river. The river, usually a gentle friend, had swollen with spring rains, becoming wide and fast. Many smaller animals, like Barnaby the rabbit and Sheldon the squirrel, were stranded on one side. Their winter food stores were dwindling, and the fresh spring berries were all on the other bank. "Oh, whatever shall we do?" cried Penelope the Field Mouse, wringing her tiny paws. Horace the Hedgehog, usually so stoic, looked quite concerned, his quills slightly drooped. Fiona the Fox arrived, her sharp ears twitching, taking in the scene. Fiona the Fox mused, her amber eyes scanning the rushing water. This is indeed a predicament. Several animals had tried to cross. Bartholomew the Badger, strong as he was, had been nearly swept away. Oliver the Otter, a natural swimmer, found the current too powerful even for him. "If only we had wings like the birds," sighed Barnaby the Rabbit, gazing wistfully at a passing crow. Fiona the Fox paced the riverbank, her mind a flurry of ideas. Fiona the Fox was known for her elaborate plans, often involving clever tricks. Fiona the Fox thought of distracting the river with a shiny object. That seemed silly. Fiona the Fox considered trying to build a dam, but the river was too mighty. The Fox Elder, a wise old fox with fur dusted gray at the muzzle, watched Fiona the Fox. The Fox Elder had seen many seasons and knew that sometimes the cleverest solutions were not the most complicated. "Fiona the Fox Elder said softly, sometimes the answer is not in outsmarting, but in observing." Fiona the Fox paused her pacing. Observing? What was there to observe but a big, angry river? But Fiona the Fox respected the Fox Elder deeply. So, Fiona the Fox sat down on a smooth stone and simply watched the rippling river. Fiona the Fox watched the way the water churned around rocks. Fiona the Fox noticed how fallen leaves swirled in eddies near the bank. Fiona the Fox saw a family of ducks paddling calmly in a slightly slower section further upstream. "They are not fighting the current," Fiona the Fox murmured to herself. "They are using it." Then, Fiona the Fox's gaze fell upon a tall, sturdy tree that leaned precariously over the river, its branches almost touching the other side. The tree had been there for years, but Fiona the Fox had never paid it much attention. An idea, simple and clear, sparked in Fiona the Fox's mind. It wasn't a trick or an elaborate scheme. It was just sensible. "Friends," Fiona the Fox called out, her voice clear and confident. "I have a plan." All the anxious animals gathered around Fiona the Fox. "Look at that tree," Fiona the Fox said, pointing with her sleek nose. "It's old, and it leans quite far. Perhaps, with a little effort, we can guide its fall." The animals looked. The tree was indeed leaning, and it was very strong. "But how can we make a whole tree fall?" asked Sheldon the squirrel, nibbling nervously on a nut. "We work together," Fiona the fox replied. "Some of us are good gnawers, like Beaver Bartholomew who lives upstream. Some of us are strong pushers, like Bartholomew the badger. And some of us can help clear the base, like us foxes and even you, Horace the Hedgehog, with your digging claws." Fiona the fox explained that they would need to carefully gnaw at the base on the side facing away from the river. Then, with ropes woven from strong vines by the weaver birds, they could try to pull it. It was a bold plan, and it required teamwork, not just one fox's cleverness. Fiona the fox organized the effort, assigning tasks based on each animal's abilities. Beaver Bartholomew, though initially hesitant to fell such a fine tree, understood the need. Beaver Bartholomew and his family set to work with their sharp teeth, gnawing with impressive speed. Other animals cleared away brush and smaller stones from around the tree's base. Fiona the fox supervised, offering encouragement and making small adjustments to the plan. It took many hours, and the sun began to dip towards the horizon. Finally, with a mighty groan, the great tree began to creak and tilt. "Now," shouted Fiona the fox, "everyone pull on the vines." Badgers, foxes, even some strong rabbits, pulled with all their might. With a tremendous crash, the tree fell, landing perfectly across the rippling river, forming a sturdy bridge. A cheer went up from all the animals. The bridge was wide and safe, easily spanning the rushing water. Penelope the Field Mouse was the first to scamper across, her whiskers twitching with excitement. Soon, all the stranded animals were safely on the other side, where berries gleamed red and juicy. Fiona the fox watched them, a feeling of satisfaction warming her more than any clever trick ever had. The fox elder approached Fiona the fox, a gentle smile on its face. "You see, Fiona the fox elder said. "True wisdom is not always about being the most cunning. Sometimes, it is about seeing the simple solution and bringing everyone together." Fiona the fox nodded, understanding a new kind of cleverness. It was the cleverness of cooperation, of shared effort, and of listening to the quiet wisdom of nature. Fiona the fox was still the cleverest fox in Whispering Woods. But now, Fiona the fox knew that the best plans were often the ones shared. And the best solutions were the ones that helped everyone, not just one clever fox. As twilight settled, Fiona the fox, with a full belly of berries, trotted back towards her den, her bushy tail held high with a new, shared pride.